Hi, it's Lil from Made by Marley. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a really quick piece of home decor using the new Conservatory Lables mould from IOD out of the spring release. I'm also going to be using some of the Joie de Roses transfer. You'll need some of these really fetching butterflies. Some of those, and when I've done this project before, I've used an old drawer to put them in, but I didn't have any drawers of a suitable size, so the lovely Martin made me a frame, so they're going to go in this frame. I need to paint it and sort that out, but let's do the molds first. I'm going to be using the molds with resin today. It's a 2-part resin. Now this is normally interesting because normally you have to weigh things out, and I went to all the bother of Martin getting me a little bit of cardboard for my scales, but actually I'm going to need both of these, and they should be equal if my maths is correct throughout the lifespan of these bottles. So how do you use the quick set resin? Get your mould, set it on a flat surface. I'll just give you a quick look at the kind of excuse me, the castings it does. Oh, I've got the sneezes. A little pot from a resin, something to stir your resin with, gloves if you're going to be wearing gloves, and I'm just going to, on camera, use my muscles and get these bottles open. So it should be the same amount of both if I've been doing it right all along, but who knows. So this one, and so my other part in, make sure I've got it all, because if I haven't, it won't be right. Put that over there, and you need to stir it. Now I've got quite a lot in here, so I'm just taking my time. This is the quick set resin. It doesn't change colour like 24 to 48 hour resin. It's just, you stir it until it's all combined. And I'm just making sure that it's all stirred right to the bottom and the sides. And I think that we are good with this. Just get rid of that and make sure you don't sit these on top of anything precious, because it will stick to it. I'm just going to get this little plastic bag and sit that on there. Okay, so with my handy dandy little yogurt pot, I am just going to pour into my labels mould, and I'm just going to cast as many as I can with this. I might need another mould. This sets generally within about 10 minutes. Depends on the temperature in your room. If you're doing it in a hot climate, in the summer, I don't do them anything outside or anything, because they do set quite quickly. Do this fancy schmancy one here as well. Come back to that one in a minute. Just need a little bit less in my pot. This one, oh, this I think is going to work out just perfectly. There we go.
Like you planned it all along.
I know, it's like I made it that way. I don't think I can, I don't want to overfill them, so let's just call it quits at that. So wait 10 minutes for these to set. While this is setting, I'm going to get my base, and I'm going to do brown stain in the middle, and I'm going to paint the round the edge of my frame black. Okay, so the molds are ready now to peel out. So you just peel those out of your molds, and that's how they look.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you just peel those out of the resin. Once you've got those, set those to the side. Just peel the rest out. Now, the next thing you're going to do, because I'm just breaking this down into sections, is you are going to get some black paint, and you're going to paint these black all of your conservatory labels, you're going to paint the sides and the top black. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to paint those black. Now, so that's what we're doing then. The butterflies, they look like this. They are not very pretty. So the first thing you need to do is take this little clip out of its back and keep these because these might be quite handy for another sort of craft. So they look like this. And then you just, I put it down on a piece of card and I just got a selection of paints. And I just painted them. And then I just came back with other colours and I made them kind of like much more appealing, kind of, well, I don't know, you can be the judge if they're appealing, but I made them look better than they currently were. I think it's easier if you can rest it down on the cardboard. And I just painted them with colours that I thought would match our transfer, and these are some of the ones that I've done. I've still got the clip to pull off that, but I've painted them and this is how they currently look. So I'm going to set those to the side just now as well while I put my transfer on, and then we'll come back and we should hopefully be able to put all this together. So if you're in the IOD playlist, you will know that I've already done a large chiffonier with this transfer. So I had quite a lot left over, so I thought I might add, because there were some parts that I had to cut, so I thought I could add some of this to the background of this. I don't want to go into too many sheets, so let's just see what we've got. I think this might be enough to do. I kind of want to keep that, so let's just see what we can do with this remaining sheet here. I think maybe let's take this off here like this for a start off and try and see if we can straighten this out a little bit. And we'll put this up in this top corner, kind of like that. I don't really want to cut too much of it away. There, that can go there. It's just so that I can use, and I think we'll do something like this down the bottom corner. So I'm just going to straighten this side here off as well. Keep all of these parts, because when you go to put anything back together, you might need these little parts. So I think it's always good best practice just to keep them. Just going to apply this with not much upland. Just wanted something on the background. Obviously, you can see I stained my wood and I painted my frame black. If you have never applied a IOD transfer before, they're really simple. You peel off the white backing and you use the little transfer stick that comes in the pack to just apply it. It's very, very simple and easy to do and nice and quick. And that's all you do. So I'm just going to get on. I mean, I'm not going to make you endure me doing this whole thing, but I'm just going to apply this to the back of the wood. It's just to give this sort of the board a little bit of interest. And I had it and I thought, when I was doing my butterflies, I tried to pick colours that kind of I thought would work with this transfer. I will say that. So, you know, that's worthy of note. But you can see it's transferring onto the wood that I've stained. Just going to do this so that it's kind of reasonably quick for you. There we go. So that's on here, and just give it a kind of probably a smaller piece to burnish it. You just want to burnish this down. I'm going to come back and I'm going to age it just with a little bit of brown paper. And I might even kind of do the cracks in the wood board. Yeah, I will. So I'm going to put this on here and I'm going to put this top part on here. I'm going to go away and paint my Conservatory Labels black. and then we'll come back and we will put this whole thing together. It's a really simple project. All I'm doing now is I'm getting my Conservatory Labels and I am rubbing over with gold to bring out all the nice details. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting some brown paper and just kind of distressing back the some of the transfers so they're not so obvious. And then after that we're going to glue these down, but then we're going to wax it so it's aged before we put the butterflies on. So just kind of going around all of these, making sure that these are all nice. And that's the lovely thing about IOD molds. When you go and add gold, it really brings all the details out and makes everything pop. And look at that. This one here will be extra specially impressive. Let's have a go at this one. Trick is not to put too much kind of gold on your finger when you do it. Remember your edges. That one and one more, and we'll call it quits. While these are drying, we'll kind of distress the transfer. So set those to the side. We're getting there now. As I said, this is just a quick project. I have some brown paper here. Just make sure I've not got gold in my hands. I'm just gonna take some of the shine off. I decided to put the larger piece of transfer at the top. I'll just do the same down here. Now I've got my hot glue gun. Just put the lid on the bowl before I spill it. Just ready here, and I thought my positioning, I want to put that one up the top, and I thought I might do something like this here. Just kind of measure it out with one of your butterflies so that, and then I thought I'd have the next row around about here. They don't all have to be, they're all different sizes anyway, so I put that one in there and this one here. Just want to check it with my butterflies. Yeah, I think that's good. So hot glue, and I'm just going to go around the backs of the molds, and I'm just going to glue these down. Try and get them straight. And once we've done this, I am going to wax it, the back, before I put the butterflies on. I thought these would be better be stuck down first, because then I can do a little bit of waxing on these as well. Move that butterfly. Got it down there. One more. I thought it looked quite nice over the transfer. I thought it gave it a whole kind of like another little part of interest. Yeah, I think we're good there. Now, when it comes to waxing, I always like to, I've got dark wax here, but I also need clear wax, because just in case it goes a little bit crazy and you can't, you know. So I'm just going to rub some clear wax around it first. I should maybe kind of wait a little bit longer so that these are, I just want to kind of age the wood behind it. Oh, I haven't glued the one at the top. Quickly just pop some glue on that. So I'm going to make sure I don't bot that one up there now. And I'm just going to go in with the dark wax now. I'm just going to kind of give it a bit of age. Just downing around the edges. Around the edges. And maybe some here. Let's sit under the butterflies. Now, you can make it heavier in some areas and darker in others. No, heavier in some areas and lighter in others. That makes sense. Right, okay, so that's like that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to position my butterflies. So I kind of wanted an orange typey one. And all you do is get your hot glue at the back, remove that pin and just position them up above. Now you're going to have to hold these for a minute because you want them to be glued on, that they're not lopsided, like that. So I'm going to get on. I am going to glue these all down, and then I've got some little I've just printed off, I went on and I just got some Latin names of some butterflies. I'm just going to cut these out. I'm going to stick them in here with some Mod Podge, and then I'm going to go over it with some brown stain to age my paper. So I'll come back when I'm doing the last one and you can see me doing that. Okay, so I've put the little Latin printouts, and I'm just going over them. Not the whole piece of paper, just kind of, kind of aging them up a little bit, like they've got a little bit dirty. Like in the frame, just, not the whole thing. And now what I'm going to do is, when it's dry, I'm just going to run over that with some Mod Podge, and then we're kind of done. I want to kind of just dirty and age up the frame a little bit more with some dark wax. And if you think you want to kind of have a little bit more definition around something and you're looking for, just feel free to kind of add it in and under the butterflies. So this has been the Conservatory Lables, the new mould from the IOD Spring Collection, and some of the Joie de Roses transfer. And I've just put it together with some pound shop butterflies that I've painted, and I have made a piece of wall art. So that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this. I've been let off from Made by Marley, and I'll go and stage this up.